obviously it's
been a while.
It's been a long while. It's been a good...
It has been a hot minute.
Yes, it's been well over a year since we last filmed anything. The last thing we filmed was Travel Day Home, which was, September 2019. And we haven't...
A lot has happened since then.
A lot has happened. Obviously, a lot of things obviously you guys know of anyway, with obviously nasty COVID hitting quite hard. 2020 was a very... let's be honest, it wasn't a great year.
Yeah, a lot's happened.
But
we finished filming our vlogs.
Yeah.
We came home, and then my nan was rushed into hospital, and she sadly passed away, didn't she?
Yeah.
So it was sort of like a high, right down to a low straight away.
It was literally, we got back.
Like the day after we got back, it all started. And then, literally, we had about 8 weeks, and COVID hit.
Okay, and COVID hit, and I think when it first hit around about January, February, no one thought it was going to be as bad as it has been. No one had any idea what it was going to turn into, and obviously we're still going through it now. But we'd like to say our thoughts are with anyone who's been affected by COVID. It is a horrible situation. Obviously, the government and doctors are doing all they can, obviously getting out the vaccines, because your grandparents have had the vaccine.
Mum, so
and my nan's had it as well.
My nan and granddad on my dad's side have had it. My granddad on my mum's side has had it, and my mum's had it, as they're all, obviously, my two grandparents are of the age to have it. My other granddad, he's highly vulnerable, and so is my mum, so they've all had
the first one, so that's good. And then obviously as time progresses, everyone else is going to get it, so that's good news.
Yeah.
The major
the best thing I would say to come out of COVID,
the best thing that came out of COVID or 2020 was
we bought a house.
Yes, we are now officially living together. We started the process back in August
last year.
And it was all completed, and we officially moved in on the 29th of December.
So we've been in here just over a month now. We've been in here about 7 weeks
now.
We love it. Yeah. I literally love this house.
We haven't gone for anything extravagant, because we've got this 2-bedroom house. So, but it's, for what we need, it's perfect.
Yeah. We are gonna do a home tour.
Yes.
We are gonna do one. We just want to get it how we want it first. Yeah. Although people like seeing the home vlogs of like moving in and stuff like that, I just don't like showing mess. So, we are gonna do a home tour vlog, etc. It'll just be when we've got everything a bit more sorted, which is mostly done now. We've managed to do everything quite quickly.
The main things are now is getting the 2nd bedroom sorted, because that's got the majority of our stuff in it.
Yeah, and
just like
little things,
little bits. Like we started to talk about what we're gonna like paint and bits and pieces like that. But that's the major update. Is now we're officially living together.
After 7 years.
After 7 years, yes, we decided to
bite
the bullet and live together, and I think it was the best decision we've made.
Yeah.
At the moment, we haven't killed each other yet.
I've only killed Ashley once.
You only killed me once. Yeah. But that's the main. Like, to be honest, nothing else has really happened, because obviously, as you guys know, I'm currently on furlough. I went on furlough in March of last year to August, then I went back to work from August to November, and now I've been put back on furlough.
I was off from March till May 2020, and I've been back ever since. We won't like the company I work for, they won't shut. They don't need to shut, which is great for me, because actually it's good for my mental health to not just be stuck at home. Although it was nice to have time off, I did really struggle with the first lockdown. Obviously we weren't living together, we couldn't see each other.
No.
you couldn't go out anywhere, so it was really hard in that sense, which is another reason why I think we just bit the bullet to do this, because it was really hard not being able to see each other. Like, we went from seeing each other every day to not being able to see each other at all for a good 8 to 12 weeks. And the other thing that COVID caused is we've had to have 2 of our Florida trips cancelled.
Yeah, I think everyone's in the same boat. I mean, we've had trips rescheduled, cancelled. We don't need to tell you guys the process of that. It's very frustrating, but it is what it is. It is what it is. I'd
rather it be done properly and correct than rushed. Yeah. And one of us, end up with COVID or something like that. Fingers crossed for one day very soon we'll be able to go back, but for now we'll just have to
wait and see.
Wait around and see what happens. You know.
Yeah, we haven't disappeared. We haven't stopped vlogging. It's just
been hectic.
With what happened when we came back, it took a massive toll on both of us. Obviously, especially Emma, and obviously I was getting the trip of obviously the 3 weeks worth of vlogs out anyway. But to be honest with you, because we couldn't see each other, there's no point vlogging anything because there was nothing to vlog.
In 2020, the only thing we could have vlogged was I managed to go to Milan for a few days with my best friend, and to be quite honest, it wouldn't have been a trip you guys would have wanted to see. It was literally like a case of we stayed in a hostel, we did shopping and came back. Like, it was lovely, I had a great time, but it's not. And then with the whole house process up really until, we viewed the house in September, but from that, it was literally a case of just waiting, so we couldn't really vlog anything anyway. And then moving in, we just couldn't have vlogged that either. No, it was too hard. We did manage to get everything in a day, and it hasn't taken us long to get a lot of things sorted and settled. It's just a few little bits now that need that last touch and that last bit of just organisation. The other update is we're getting a pet very quickly. We're getting a rabbit, aren't we?
Yes, we're getting a rabbit.
Because unfortunately my mum told me I couldn't bring Millie with me because it wasn't fair on the other cat, which is fair enough. So we've decided to get our own pet.
Yes, so again, we've got a rabbit. We're actually, from filming this, we're actually picking it up tomorrow, so by the time this vlog goes out,
we'll have it.
We'll have it. So we've got the cage, we've got toys for it, we've got the things to go in the cage, so
we're excited. Yeah. Very excited.
But that is about it.
That is, so that is our life update.
Sorry there's not a lot, but that's
we probably will start doing weekend vlogs, or really we could do weekly vlogs with Ashley not being at work at the moment, but I prominently am, so it'd be very much just Ashley. It is something we might start doing if you guys would be interested in watching them, just so really we have got some content coming out, because it obviously
when we're going back to Florida.
But we do have some questions.
Yes, we got a lot of questions on Instagram because we put a story.
A few out, didn't we? Yeah.
We got a few from Twitter, and then we've got 1 or 2 that are friends that are not vloggers or don't have Instagram stuff have asked us.
Yeah, so we're gonna start with the Q&A now.
Yes. We're gonna start with the questions on Instagram because that's where most of the questions came from. So thank you if you asked us a question. So the first questions, because Graham, our good friend Graham, has asked us 4 questions, so we're going to answer all of them. So the first question is, and I think he knows us quite well now, what is the greatest movie franchise involving dinosaurs being brought back to life?
Jurassic Park!
Jurassic Park.
That is one of my, I would definitely say it's in my top 3 favourite films. Jurassic Park is just amazing.
Yeah, we're very big Jurassic Park fans. We love going to obviously the section in Islands of Adventure. We love watching the films. We've recently bought the Lego set.
That was for me.
Yeah, that was a big set. I mean, I'm a big Lego guy, and even I struggled building it because the T-Rex in itself took me a good while.
Yeah, it was like 6 hours, but it's huge.
It is very good. So Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park is that.
His next question is, who's the best on the PlayStation and why is it Emma?
I don't know why it is me, but I'm 1,000% better at PlayStation than Ashley. I don't care what anyone says.
For those who don't know, obviously, Simon from Ree's Family Adventures made a FIFA tournament last year, and a load of the some bloggers decided to jump in, and it was quite a successful tournament. So since that ended, the guys have kept the WhatsApp group going, and we're pretty much on PS4 every night playing. At the moment, we're playing GTA, but we still play FIFA. Emma's joined in quite a few times. I'm trying to teach her how to play GTA, but she's told me
I'm the best. I am the best.
I'm the amateur, apparently. So
I am the best.
Yeah, apparently Emma's the best. His next question is, what food do you miss most from the USA? I personally can't put anything, because let's face it, one of the main reasons we go over there is for the food.
There's just, I don't necessarily, it's probably sounds so stupid, but like going to Walmart and just getting like their sugar cookies and their sweets and stuff.
Stuff like that.
Restaurants and stuff I can't say, because a lot of the stuff we have over there we do have here. But like if I had to answer that, it would probably be like the sweets and the savoury stuff that you can get from the supermarkets. They are really nice, and we don't have them like that here.
I think I'd say the same, but I think if we put it into categories, Disney, I can't put anything on Disney because we like to eat a lot of places like Katy, like Casey's Corner. We love Be Our Guest. We had a great meal at Sanaa. California Grill. We like the quick service as well.
Yeah.
It's hard. With Disney it's hard. Universal, probably my top two would be Finnegan's.
Yeah.
And the Riverside.
River Falls or something.
It's going to bug me now. I'm going to say it's Riverside Falls in Jurassic Park.
Yeah, we literally go there. If we're at Universal and we're going in Islands, that's where we'll eat. It's so hidden, it's always quiet, and the food in there is delicious. So underrated.
It's a hidden gem, because whenever we go there, there's not many people in there.
And the food is always lovely. Like, I cannot complain about the food from there.
If you haven't seen it, check out vlogs. And then out the parks, there's too many. There's like Danni's, Panda Express, Longhorns.
Panda Express.
Panda Express.
That is the food I miss is Panda Express. Panda Express. The best Chinese I've ever had. Panda Express.
And his last question, so thank you for asking so many questions, Graham. One thing, and in brackets, apart from the parks, what gets you excited to go back to Florida? I think we're both going to agree on this. Shopping.
Yeah, and to be honest, one of the things that I love, and I don't know if anyone else feels like this, in a hotel, in a villa, doesn't matter, when you get up early in the morning and you get ready and you go out and it's just hot and the sun's coming up and it's got like, it's weird, it's like there's a humidity there, but it's smell. I just love it. Whenever we go out and I have that one feeling, and it's that, and it's like when we go out and I just when that happens, I just appreciate how lucky I am to be there.
Yeah,
definitely. And I'm like that gets me excited. The fact that I'm going to be in the heat, the fact I can go shopping all the time, that I'm going to be at Disney and Universal, it's just like, it's not real life. It's literally those 2-3 weeks, it's just like it's not real life anymore. Yeah. It's like you're in a dream, and I just love it.
It's like you're a kid again.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, everything. So, there are Graham's questions. Thank you, Graham. The next question is from Kaza23662 on Instagram, and her question is, how many trips has COVID ruined for you guys?
2. Yeah. We had it booked for last October, end of October, so we was going to be there for Halloween, and we was going to get to see Christmas with my granddad, which was his kind of not his last treat, but like after my nan died, we sort of was like, you know what, Nan would want you to go to Florida, because that's how I went with my nan and granddad. So yeah, and you know, I've always wanted to go at Christmas time. My granddad's always wanted to go at Christmas time. You really wanted to go at Christmas time, but we also love Halloween, so we sort of did that trip. And then COVID happened.
Yeah.
And then we are due to go in April, and it's not going to happen.
We can't. Yeah. I mean, we've paid it off and everything.
It's all there, but we know it's not going to happen.
Yeah, we know it's not going to happen, so we're just waiting for the inevitable.
We're just going to reschedule, so watch your space.
Yes. The next lot of questions are from unclemile on Instagram. He's asked us 3 questions, so thank you for asking us those. His first question is, if you could choose between Disney or Universal, which one will come out on top?
This is so hard.
Yeah.
My first port of call is always Disney. When we're there, first day is Magic Kingdom, unless we're at Cabana Bay. I know that when we stayed at Cabana Bay, the first day was Universal, but any other time we've been there, the first park is Magic Kingdom. I love being at Disney, but I also love being at Universal.
They both have their...
I would say, for me, Disney, but then I think Ashley's answer would be Universal. I think we're kind of... It's so hard. That's a really hard question.
I mean, it's tough, because I probably would have chose Universal on top of Disney, but since Disney brought Galaxy's Edge, I can't pick between the two.
It's very hard. Like, I love them both.
Yeah, I can't. It's one of those questions you just can't answer, because So we can't pick.
We don't know. I think they're both equal, to be honest.
Yeah, they both have.
Yeah, they're both equal.
They're both equal, and they both cater for everyone's needs.
I don't think I could go to Florida and not do either.
Oh, no, definitely not.
So that sort of answers that question.
Yeah, definitely. His next question is, best water park, Typhoon Lagoon, Volcano Bay or Blizzard Beach?
Volcano Bay. 1000% Volcano Bay.
I've been to Blizzard Beach. I haven't been to Typhoon Lagoon.
I've not been to any Disney water parks either.
But I think as good as the Disney water parks, I think because we stayed at Cabana Bay in 2018 and we had the Volcano Bay view room, we woke up to it every morning. That we have a very good relationship with Volcano Bay.
Volcano Bay, I just feel like I can't really judge because I've not been to the Disney water parks, but the water parks I have been to, I would say Volcano Bay, it's so relaxing. Like, it's just relaxing. Like, and I can't swim very strongly, so for me, water parks are a bit of a waste of time, but I could go and spend a day in Volcano Bay easily, not being able to swim very strongly. So for me, Volcano Bay. Yeah,
I'll say Volcano Bay as well. And his last question is, how have you kept sane during the last year of the world being on fire? It's a tough one because, like Emma said, we couldn't see each other. We didn't know what was happening with work. We didn't know what was going to happen with the holiday, and we just didn't know what was going to happen with COVID in general. So I think it was just...
If I'm being honest, mine was baking. Yeah. The first lockdown, that's all I did was make cheesecakes and bake with my mom. I had to do my granddad shopping because he's obviously very vulnerable, so he had to shield. And to be quite honest, work, because since May I've been at work anyway, all through it. So that's, for me anyway, it was baking and work. I did play quite a lot of PS4 as well with my friend, because we just, that's what we do. And then, to be honest, buying the house.
Yeah.
So from like March to May, it was like baking for me with my mom, the shopping for my granddad, speaking to my friends, speaking to Ashley on video, and then from May to August was work. and well, up till now really, but from August till Christmas, it was the house. It was just a constant thing, really, wasn't it, when we started the process? So, for me, that's what kept me sane and I had my cat when I was at my mum's, so she just didn't leave my side really when I was off.
No.
So yeah.
With me, I tend to, I'm one of these people that I don't really get bored. I always find something to do. But I think it was talking to Emma, talking to the only small benefit I had is I got to see my parents a lot more, because obviously I wasn't at work, so I got to spend more time with them. Got to spend time with the kids from what we could, like our nieces and nephews from what we could. Speaking to friends, speaking to people in the community. That's about it. I just kept myself busy.
Considering 2020 was like the worst year yet, it went really fast.
Yeah, I think everyone would agree that even though it was a horrible year, it went very quickly. But I think everyone was hoping
for it to go,
because not many people had a great 2020. So, so thank you, unclemile.
Yes, thanks for your questions.
We've got a couple of questions from our good friend Jamie.
Yeah.
His first question is simply, who's your favourite Jamie?
Not you.
No, not you.
Not you. We hate you.
No, we've known Jamie since
we started.
Because
he's our Florida buddy. Chances are, if we're in Florida, Jamie's going to be there.
And he can't do enough for us, can he?
No, he's definitely one of our best friends. Yeah. We love you, Jamie.
Yeah, you're right. I knew he was going to ask a Halloween Horror Night related question, because I think every Halloween Horror Night, apart from our first one,
he's been with us.
We've been with Jamie, and he's a big Horror Night fan as well. But he put best year in house of HHN that you've experienced.
Best year, I think it's 2018 Killer Clown Scare Zone.
Yeah.
That, hands down for me, Killer Clown Scare Zone was the best thing about Halloween Horror Nights.
So HHN 28.
And
best
then
house.
I'm not a massive fan of houses. I mean, my favourite house, I'm going to say, was American Horror Story, because I walked through that without being scared once, because I knew what to expect.
Emma has this thing where we go to Halloween Horror Nights, and we always take a backpack to the parks, because you never know, obviously, with the camera equipment, and if we buy anything, I go in front, and she holds...
This is me.
She holds the straps. And what I do, just to help her out, is like, there's one there.
Yeah.
He's going to pop around that corner. But yeah, even though I say it, I still poo myself. But of course, as soon as I shudder, she shudders, but she doesn't know what she's shuddering at until she pokes around the corner and she sees something in their face.
American Horror Story, though, it was the other way around.
Yeah.
He was behind me. I went straight in. I knew what I was expecting. I was not scared. I literally... Because they did the 3 seasons in one, and it was with season 4. I can't remember what... That might have been 2017, I think.
I'm just trying to think what my favourite house
and is. Literally, I had a clown, like, there. That's how close. And I just didn't even... I was not scared. So house, I'm going to say American Horror Story. Year 2018 with the Killer Clown Scare Zone. Best year yet.
And it was that successful that they brought it back for the last Halloween Horror Night we went to, which
19,
was 29. Favourite house... There was so many good ones. 19. I can't pick one. Killer Clown's house was good. Stranger Things was good. The Walking Dead from...
That was our first trip.
From HHN 26. That was really good.
No. Oh, 26. Yeah, they did 26. Have it. That was the last year they did it.
I don't know.
My favourite house. Yeah. No. What's yours?
I can't pick one. I think their original houses... really House of 1,000 Corpses, that was quite a good one from 29. Obviously we were supposed to go for the 30th, but obviously there wasn't a HHN 30th. They brought out 2 houses that anyone could go into, and obviously they still released the merch and everything. But yeah, we love HHN. Obviously if you've watched our vlogs for a while, you know we are big Halloween Horror Night fans. So thank you, Jamie. The next question is from Party of 3. So, hello guys, hope you're all 3 of you are well. How did you find moving day?
It went really fast.
It went very quickly. We hired a van for the day because even though obviously we were still living in our parents' bedrooms, we still had fairly big furniture. So none of our cars would have fit the furniture in, so we hired a van.
It went just really fast.
It went very smoothly.
It was like before we knew it. I mean, I didn't sleep properly the night before.
No, I didn't either.
I think it was like excitement.
Excitement, nerves. Obviously, it was upsetting because obviously we'd be leaving our parents, our childhood homes.
And then it was like, before we knew it, we were sat on this sofa getting ready to go to bed.
Getting ready to go to bed.
It wasn't stressful at all, really, was it?
It was an experience, but it was a good experience.
Good, yeah.
So thank you for the question, guys. The next question I've got from danniibrannan on Instagram. Plans for the next Florida trip. Firstly, getting there.
Yeah, at one point.
Other
than that, we actually haven't got any because
we don't know.
We can't plan.
We can't plan anything.
We don't know when we're going to be going.
We don't know what time of year we're going to go. We don't know what's going to be on when we go. All we know is we're going to go
and enjoy it.
Have a good time, have as much fun as we can, do as much as we can, and just
be grateful for the fact we can go. Be grateful
that we can go and just get out of the UK for a bit.
Yeah.
Because you have, I haven't. So yes, I believe we've got some. I think Danni might have asked us another question. Oh, no, she's asked us 2 more questions. So thank you. The next one is, when do you think we can all go back to Florida again?
We don't know.
We don't know. Obviously,
if I had that answer, I would tell the whole world.
Well, firstly, we don't know what Biden's going to do with opening. Borders. President Biden opening with the borders. We don't know. Obviously, we don't know what Boris is going to do. I
would like to say this year, but I'm not going to.
Not going to because.
As much as I'd love for it to be this year, chances are. I mean, look at last year.
Yeah. So.
Who knows? Hopefully one day, very soon.
We don't know, Danni. We just hope it's soon. And the last question is, would you go back to Florida with all the restrictions in place?
Yes.
Yes, because obviously it's been around long enough now that people know exactly what we need to do. Obviously with the social distancing, sanitising, face masks.
If a plane was going, I'd be on it.
Yeah, I think we all would. But obviously we have to make sure that the right procedures are in place because but
if a flight was going,
we'd go because obviously the theme parks are opening. They've started to lift restrictions, like obviously park hopping at Disney's coming back.
They're on about bringing the fireworks back.
Universal's pretty much back to normal.
The only thing I think I'd really miss about that is meeting the characters, because that's something I love to do. Like, I'm a big kid. Like, I love meeting the characters. I think it's something that makes Disney. I know that not everyone feels like that, and it's not for everyone.
Obviously, everyone's entitled to their opinion.
That's just me. I always have been like that. So yeah, I think if there was a flight going and the restrictions as they are were still in place, we'd go.
Oh yeah, we'd go.
You just make the best of whatever you can, and I think if COVID has taught a lot of people anything, is you literally make something what you can and be grateful for what you have. So yes, I'd still go if the restrictions were in place. But yeah, we'd go, wouldn't we?
Yes. So thank you for the questions, Danni. Next question comes from the wonderful adventures of Katy. I did try and get that right. And she asks, what would be the first thing you do when you get back to Disney?
Cry, probably.
Yeah, probably, because I
think everyone will be the same though.
Because I don't think everyone would believe that they're back there until they see the castle or.
First thing when we were, so I'll sort of change the question. The first thing we do when we'll get back to Florida will probably be go to Disney. And I kind of think that answers the question we had earlier in, which is top Universal or Disney. To me, I don't think the holiday starts till you've seen that castle on Main Street, which is why we always go sort of first day. Yeah, I think it'll be Magic Kingdom. Be first thing you do when you get back to Disney, Magic Kingdom. And knowing me personally, probably be straight in the Emporium.
Yeah.
Buying stuff.
Probably. Well, not gonna lie.
We love shopping, don't we?
Yeah.
Like we'll go into Magic Kingdom. I can literally tell you what we'll do. We'll get to the we'll get out the car. We'll get on the tram.
Yeah.
We'll get from the tram to the ticket centre, and we'll go straight for the monorail.
Yeah.
Straight into the monorail. On the monorail, out, straight through, getting in, security and stuff. We'll go in. We always go in on the right side. So you come out by where you can meet Mickey Mouse. We walk round the first bit, and then down, and we look at the castle, and then we'll stand there for a minute and be like, oh, we're back.
Oh, we're back, yeah.
Let's go in the Emporium. Straight, that's how it happens every single time. And it's not even like the first day. That's literally what happens every time we go into Magic Kingdom.
I think it's what happens every time we go to a theme park.
Yeah, to be fair, we're straight in the shops. But yeah, I think that'll probably be the first thing we do when we get back to Disney.
Definitely. So thank you for the question. Jem and Mark ask, how are you settling into your new house?
We love it.
We love it.
We are.
I think we're still getting to grips with living with each other. Even though we saw each other pretty much every day, obviously it's a massive change, because obviously you're eating together all the time, washing, tidying up. Emma's the last thing I see when I go to sleep, and then she's the first person I see when I wake up. So obviously you've got to get used to that factor.
Not that I'm not pretty enough for that to happen,
but
it is. I would say so. We're settling in fine.
Yeah.
Like, we love it and we love being with each other. But I will say it's hard because we moved into this house and then a week or two later lockdown happened. And I myself find it very hard to not be able to see my parents as much as I want. And I do find that hard. I hate... It's a bit like Ashley said, yes, we're living together, but it's like, because of lockdown, it is more of a, we are constantly together. I mean, I have work, but it is like, I get up, see Ashley, I go to work, he's here, I come home, he's here, I go to bed, he's here. And I know that's the whole point of living together, which people are going to be like, why have you two moved in together? But it is just hard, because obviously if lockdown wasn't here, I would imagine there'll be days where I just say to Ashley, oh, I'm just popping around my mom's, or I'm just popping around my sister's.
And obviously I'll be back at work.
And he'd do the same. So although we love it, and we love being with each other, and we love the house, like, we've settled in fine, like...
We can get on each other's nerves.
Yeah.
A bit.
Which everyone can.
There's not one couple out there that can say that they don't have little spats, or they get sick of each other.
Yeah, so we are settling in great. We love it. It's just very hard with lockdown.
Yeah. So thank you for the question, Jem and Mark. Okay, the next question from, I'm going to see if I can pronounce it, Darbro on Instagram.
It could be Debro.
Debro. They ask, what was your first joint purchase for the house?
I don't actually know.
I think it was the bed.
I thought that, but I don't actually know. We've been buying stuff for this house since September.
We've been buying little bits and pieces like kettle, toaster.
Yeah, like, and to
microwave.
be fair, we've been very lucky in the sense that a lot of stuff has been like gifted to us from family members and stuff like that. I can't actually remember. I'm going to go with Ashley and say the bed.
I'm probably going to say the bed.
If it's not the bed, it's definitely the sofa,
yes.
Which hasn't been delivered there. This is a borrowed sofa.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Our one is currently on order. So this was lent to us by my parents, so thank you.
Yeah.
But I'm going to say the bed.
Yeah. It's definitely either the bed or the sofa.
Yeah. So thank you for your question. Next question comes from Miss DW.
It's Jenny.
Yeah, it's Jenny. So we'll put the
link, but it's Jenny.
So Jenny, she kindly sent us a gift package
for the house,
which
Christmas, we love,
which was amazing. Jenny, your package is currently being put together and will be sent out to you soon, so it is on its way. The question is, when is the house tour?
It will be soon.
It will be soon. We want to make sure the house is
how we want it.
Exactly how we want it.
Yeah.
And to be honest, for it to just look presentable, because there's still moving boxes, there's still bits and pieces we haven't allocated spaces for. So it is coming. We promise. Yes. Hollie Dawson on Instagram, who's my sister, she's asked a few questions. Her first question is, out of all the parks, which ride is your favourite?
So I am just going to go through, this sounds bad, but I am just going to go through all the parks.
Yeah, I think that's
Islands of Adventure is Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park / the Hulk for me.
Oh yeah, that's a tough one. I would imagine that once
the new Velocicoaster goes up,
that will probably be mine. So mine is
Hagrid's, that's
a good one too. I would say the ride I always go on when we go is the Hulk or Jurassic Park. Always. Universal, he's going to be really shocked that I say this, I'm actually going to say the Mummy, because that's a ride we always go on when we're in Universal.
I'm going to go with the Mummy.
Animal Kingdom, I'm actually going to go with Flight of Passage at Animal Kingdom. We only went on it for the first time last trip. But we loved it.
We actually managed to get, I don't know how Emma did it, but we actually managed to get 2 fast passes.
We loved it. And to be honest, we don't spend a lot of time in Animal Kingdom, so...
And Everest is a great ride.
Oh yeah, Everest is good too.
But yeah, Flight of Passage is stunning.
Epcot, I'm gonna say the Journey of Imagination with Figment is mine. I love that ride. Everyone says it's annoying, but I love Figment, and I just think it's really like me. So that's mine. I'm gonna go the
Test Track.
Oh yeah, Test Track's good. But I'm gonna say Figment.
Hollywood Studios.
That park is tough.
It's hard.
That is tough.
My favourite original rides, I can't pick one. It's got to be the Tower of Terror or Rock and Roller Coaster. But Smuggler's Run was just...
I'm going to go non-Star Wars for Hollywood Studios, because I did enjoy Smuggler's Run. I did, but we did only do it once.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Tower of Terror, as that's a ride, again, we always go on when we're in Hollywood Studios.
Mine's probably going to change because we haven't rode Rise of the Resistance yet, and I haven't, touch wood, I haven't watched any footage of it.
He's managed to keep off it.
I've managed to keep, so whenever we're watching a vlog and it comes up, I'm literally like this.
Yeah.
And Emma's like, nope, still there. Oh, you're right now.
And then, are we missing any? Magic Kingdom. Magic Kingdom for me.
Haunted Mansion for me.
Is The Little Mermaid. Again, these are both rides. Or Winnie the Pooh. These are both, these are rides we always go on when we're at the parks. We could have been at Magic Kingdom one day, go the next day, and we'll go back on that ride. I do love Seven Dwarfs as well. Seven Dwarfs is fun.
Yeah, Seven Dwarfs is good because we managed to go on there a few times when we went to the Magic After Hours. All Buzz. There's so many great rides there. These are all rides that
we go on every single time we're in the park.
So long story short, we can't pick just one each.
Yeah. Well, for Magic Kingdom.
Well, mine's Haunted Mansion.
For Magic Kingdom, I'd say Little Mermaid, because it's definitely an always do.
Next question is favourite place to eat in Orlando?
Not answering that because I don't know.
There's too many good places. Like we said, the parks have got...
They have to come in categories. So I would say chains, not lower standards, but your cheaper restaurants. I'm going to go with Danni's.
Yeah, I'm saying this now. There's a lot of people out there that slate Danni's. Danni's is amazing.
Danni's is very nice. And then I would say for a steak restaurant, it's got to be Longhorns.
Longhorns, we love Longhorns. We haven't tried out, but we've heard a lot of things about Outback.
Yeah.
We haven't tried it, so we're not gonna.
But for us,
but
me anyway.
One other place that we like that sort of food is Miller's.
Yeah. So
Ale House down International
Miller's Ale House is more of a bar.
It's like a sports bar, but they do great food.
Yeah.
Really nice food.
Again, we can't really answer that. If we did them in categories, maybe, but again,
there's too many good places to it.
Yeah. You've got all those questions.
Go hungry.
Yeah, like you've got all those questions of in the parks, out the parks. You know, so
it's a tough one.
It is a hard question to answer. Again, there's loads of places that we have to go if we're there. So unfortunately, we can't actually answer that question straight out with one answer.
And the final question is, what is your favourite item you have bought in America?
Why such hard questions? Oh, I don't even know. There's too many.
We've bought so much stuff over the years. There's a lot of stuff that has like a lot of meaning, sentimental value.
Honestly, I think what is my favourite thing, and this sounds so cringy, but probably photos, which the last few times we went, we've had the memory maker, but before, when I first went with my grandparents, there was no such thing. Like, it was a thing, but you had to buy the pictures on a CD. Like, it was
or a floppy.
Yeah,
floppy
like
disc.
There was no magic bands back then. Like, it was I think the first time we went, it was cardboard tickets. And it wasn't that long ago, my first time, but it was just like, yeah, So for me, I'm going to say photos, because it's like memories of when.
I agree with that.
Yeah,
we bought a lot of nice stuff over the years.
Yeah. A lot of
too
nice
much
stuff.
to go for, and a lot of stuff you're probably going to see when we do the home vlog anyway. So we'll point out, but
I'd say photos because it's memories.
So thank you, Hollie, for the questions. Our next lot of questions are from mandnworld, so Matt and Natalie. Their first question is, who's better at online games?
Me. Don't listen to him.
They've asked this question because they want us to argue. I'm not going to do that.
It is.
Who's the craziest out you both?
I'm not crazy at all. I literally am the most mellow person in the whole wide world. I'm going to go with Ashley. Ashley's going to go with me. No, in all fairness, being straight out is probably me.
I'll say it's me.
You're not crazy.
I just do like random.
You do random things.
Random faces.
It depends how you mean crazy.
Yeah.
We're both as crazy as each other, really. I think.
Yeah, definitely.
We'll sit here one day and be like, let's do this, and then it's done, isn't it?
Yeah.
Very, very like. Yeah.
That's one that's probably going to cause an argument later.
It won't cause an argument. We're both crazy.
And the final question, are you both planning on other Disney holidays like California, etc.? We spoke about this. I really, really want to go to California.
I don't.
Emma's not really, like, I'd love to go to Disney purely because of the history, because it's the first park and there's a lot more history there than there was, obviously, in Florida. And obviously to go to Universal as well, and just to experience California would be good. But Emma's not really.
I'm just not bothered. I think, and no offence, it is the original park. Like Ashley said, there's a lot of history behind it. There's a lot of stuff that goes with it. Again, Universal's the same. It's, you know, where they film all different films, but it's just not very big, and I just think it's really expensive for what it is. I could be wrong. I've never actually really looked into it very much because it's not something I want to do very much. I will go because I personally would like to do all the Disney parks in the world. So it is on there. I said we'd go if we could go to Hawaii as well, to Aulani. I said we could do California if we could do Hawaii too, which is really expensive. So it probably will be a trip at one point in our life. I really, really would like to go to like all the Asian parks. I'd really like to go to Tokyo, Japan.
Because we've both been to Paris. We'd go to Paris again.
Oh yeah, we'd go. Paris is just like, sounds awful, but it's just kind of like round the corner.
Yeah.
It's like, it's not as far as the others.
But it's still a good park.
Yeah. I enjoyed it when I went, and I went when it was snowing.
Yeah.
And me and my cousin, like, I swear, one night when we got back, I had frostbite, but it was so fun. It was freezing. It was snowing, it was freezing, none of the restaurants had heating in them. It was so cold, but it was so fun. I think I would really like to do Tokyo.
Yeah, Tokyo is probably one that we both definitely want to go to.
Yeah.
And then, obviously, if we can go to the others, we'll go to the others.
Yeah.
But
Shanghai's also looks really good too.
But obviously, if we had the choice of just going to one, obviously it's going to be Florida every time.
Yeah.
No question. So, thank you, guys, for those questions. Our next question is from our good friends Jason and Claire, and they simply just put, when can we see you guys?
As soon as possible.
As soon as possible, because we haven't seen them in a while. Last time we saw them was in Florida.
Lockdown gets to me. Like, I miss my friends, I miss my family so much. I hate it. Yeah. So as soon as possible, as soon as lockdown is over, we can arrange something, because we miss you.
Yes, we miss all our friends.
Yeah,
we've made a lot of lifelong friends while doing YouTube, and we have honestly met some amazing people. So yes, can't fault them, and we cherish the relationships we have. So as soon as obviously all this horrible stuff's over with, we'll be able to see people again, which is
fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. And our last question on Instagram is from Jibs_79 on Instagram. Would you pick a sweet or a savoury snack?
Mine's going to be sweet.
I'll probably go sweet as well, because I quite I love chocolate, candy, pudding, stuff like that.
Yeah. I'm not a massive fan of some of the savoury snacks Disney have to offer. We've not really had any snacks like that at Universal for some reason. I don't know why. But I remember having a Mickey pretzel in Hollywood Studios just before Tower of Terror, and I just didn't enjoy it. It just was not very nice.
Might have just been that day.
Yeah, I could have had one from a bad
Love
batch.
Disney popcorn.
Yeah, Disney popcorn, yes, but all the other things, we're mainly like churros or Rice Krispie treats or cookies.
I wouldn't mind trying turkey leg.
Yeah.
But you see, like, it's like some out of the Flintstones. You see some people like a massive drumstick just walking around the park like.
Yeah, I'm gonna go sweet though.
Yeah, I'll go sweet as well. So thank you for your question. That is all the questions on Instagram.
Yeah.
So thank you very much for everyone who's asked us questions on there. We had a few questions off Twitter as well. The first one is from his Twitter name is Krusty Gaz, and his question was, which meal are you most missing eating from Disney Universal?
Oh.
Disney,
Disney, I'm actually gonna go Cosmic Rays.
I was gonna say Cosmic Rays.
That is, don't ask us what, unless we've got like Be Our Guest booked.
That's our go-to
That's
place.
where we go. Yeah.
That's our go-to place.
I actually don't know why.
No.
It's just I've been going there.
It's quick. Obviously, you got the salad bar as well. Obviously, it's got a good atmosphere in there, and they normally have like themed. Like if you go at Halloween, there's sometimes some themed things you can have during the day as well.
Universal. Oh, that's even harder.
Well, Disney, I would like to try some of the food in Galaxy's Edge.
Yes, I would.
Because the only thing we had from there was when we went to the canteen and we had I can't remember what it was called. Like a savoury snack platter. It was really nice.
Yeah. The dip was lovely.
Yeah. If no one's been to Ogre's Cantina, please do. It's obviously you're limited to the amount of time, but the experience and the guys in there are hilarious. Universal, again, Finnegan's. Finnegan's or Thunder Falls Terrace, that was it?
Yeah.
Thunder Falls Terrace.
So Islands of Adventure is Thunder Falls Terrace.
Thunder Falls Terrace.
Universal Studios, I'm going to go Mal's.
I see Mal's is great, but I love Finnegan's.
Finnegan's is nice, but I feel like Mal's is where we go to.
I love like
Finnegan's is like once
1950s, 60s Americana stuff, so Mal's is a great.
Yeah, Mal's, Cosmic Rays for Disney,
and plus Finnegan's you get Guinness.
Yeah, so Cosmic Rays for Disney, Mal's dining for me at Universal, Thunder Falls for Islands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. So thank you very much for your question. The next one is from Alan and Lauren, who vlogs me on Twitter. Now, he's trying to set the scene here. It goes, You finally landed in Orlando after what seems like a lifetime. It does.
Yes.
You're all checked into your hotel, and he's put in brackets Cabana Bay, obviously.
What?
Yeah. Because that is Cabana. Cabana Bay.
We actually are booked for Cabana Bay.
Yeah, we are supposed to be going to Cabana Bay in April.
Not going to happen.
No. So yeah, if you haven't stayed at Cabana Bay or you want to know what it's like, check out our blogs because we went pretty much everywhere in Cabana Bay, didn't we?
Yeah.
And if you want to know what obviously a volcano bay view looks like, what is the first thing you do? Literally.
If we're at Cabana Bay, which you've said, it'd be drop the cases off in the room.
Oh wow!
Oh look at that!
Oh, it's amazing! Bang! Drop everything.
Straight out on the bus.
Straight out
to
on the bus. City walk.
Food, and chances are we're going to be at Panda Express. Chances are that's
depending on what time we may go into the parks, but if the last time we did, when we did stay at Cabana Bay, we didn't actually get into the room till about 9 o'clock.
We had a massive wait in customs.
Yeah.
Then the car we got was dodgy. It wouldn't start, and then Ashley got really frustrated because he couldn't get the key out. And then when we got in, the check-in for Cabana Bay was so long.
Yeah.
And by the time we got in and got the bags down, it got really dark quick.
Yeah.
And then we went.
We were just
obviously that trip we went and upgraded our tickets to annual passes,
and
then it was literally before we knew it, the park was shutting, so we didn't get into the park. But that would be our go-to. And if the parks were shut, we'd probably go somewhere like Danni's maybe. Yeah, that's it really, isn't it?
Basically just go out and get food.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for that question. Our last question on Twitter is from Universal Mouse, and this is actually a question to me. I know you're a fan of Star Wars, in brackets Ashley. Do you plan on getting any Star Wars tattoos? Yes. What? I don't know, because if you guys know me and have seen, I'm a huge Star Wars fan. And I'm a big fan of not only the films but the TV series as well, like Clone Wars, Rebels, that sort of stuff. So there's a lot of, I would like, because this sounds practically finished, because I got Lion King half sleeve there, and I got some previous tattoos there. This arm I would love to have just Star Wars, but there's a lot of stuff I want to cram in such a short space. Would you ever have a Star Wars tattoo?
Yeah. I actually really like Star Wars too.
Yes. I'm trying to get Emma to watch Mandalorian. We've watched episode 1 so far. I've obviously watched all of them. We watched episode 1 so far.
I would have a Star Wars tattoo.
Yeah, definitely. That's definitely going to happen in the future. So just don't know when. So thank you for your question. And then the last question we have, it was actually sent to me privately, is from my good friend Kevin, who I used to work with. His question was, what is your favourite piece of Star Wars / Disney memorabilia?
Mine's going to be that castle.
Yeah.
Just purely Star Wars. I don't actually own any Star Wars memorabilia. You do. And if I had to choose out of yours, it'd probably be either the Galaxy's Edge display, one of your lightsabers, or your Falcon. But Disney is going to be, we've got like it's like a statue of the castle that you bought.
Yeah, it's obviously it's going to be in the home vlog. So that's, if you want to see what it looks like, you're going to have to come back. It's I can't remember who it's by without turning it upside down, but it's a very detailed model of Cinderella's castle, and
if you can see us looking down there, it's because we're looking at it
right there. And it's got a function on it that you can turn the lights on. It actually illuminates like happily ever after, or
just nighttime castle, really.
Lighting from any of the shows, so Halloween, Christmas, it's all in there.
When Ashley put it on display and he turned it on, I nearly cried. I had to tell him to turn it off because it's literally just exactly the same.
Yeah.
It is exactly the same.
But there's Star Wars. I'm a big Lego Star Wars collector. But I'd probably say the lightsaber that I got from Galaxy's Edge. I got Luke's Return of the Jedi lightsaber purely because we were there opening morning, and we actually that was the first place we went to, and I just couldn't leave without one. And then when we came out, it was 2.5 hour wait to go in there.
Yeah.
So
we were so lucky with that. We sort of, when they had you go in, it was like they had you walk, so you'd seen the Falcon. You got to the Falcon, it was like dash, go where you want.
People went straight to Smuggler's Run, which we knew was going to happen anyway. So we decided we weren't going to do 300-minute wait. So we were actually going to go around the two. And see what we can see.
And we just happened to go in that shop.
We didn't even know where it was located, and we just happened to go straight in there.
It was the first shop we seen, wasn't it?
And we were in there for about 20 minutes because there was quite a queue. But I've got so much Star Wars stuff, it's unreal, so that will have to be for another vlog. If you guys purely want to see what Star Wars stuff I have, please let us know in the comments, and I'm happy to do a video on it. But we will be showing off stuff.
We're not showing it off.
Showing it off.
We will just be showing you
what we like to display and like the meanings behind some of it and stuff like that. So
that's it.
That is all the questions we have. Thank you very much for everyone who asked us a question.
Just a little. There are 2 questions we haven't answered. One is a jokey one off my family basically asking why I don't let Ashley display all his lightsabers.
Because
he's got loads.
I've got loads.
And then another one, I'm just not answering it because I just don't think
it's quite personal.
I just don't think it's an appropriate question to ask someone, to be honest.
Yeah.
People have their own lives, and I just don't think it's fair to ask someone that question, so we've not answered those. But yeah, thank you for your questions. It's not felt weird at all having a camera in my face.
No.
After a year.
We're actually filming this on the 750D instead of the G7X. Purely because I think with this camera, it'll most be like sitting down videos, and we use the G7X for when we do the room tour, not house tour, and walking all around and stuff. But yes, thank you very much for answering. Hopefully you've got a bit of insight of what we've been up to the last year and a half basically, and if you want to ask us a question, please message us on Instagram, Twitter, or drop a comment in the comments below, and we'll happily answer the questions for you. But that's about it. Obviously we'll try and get out more content than we have been, purely because obviously, as we've said, it's been quite a busy year for us. If we do go to Florida this year, great, you know, the vlogs will be coming. If not, then
we'll do an update video on what's going on just with that.
Yeah.
And we'll let you know if we do end up going.
Yeah. So, yeah.
But yeah, that's about it.
So thank you very much for watching, guys.
Yeah, thank you for taking your time to watch.
Yeah, thank you for you guys that have stayed subscribed to us.
Yeah.
Even though we haven't, I think the last video we actually put out was in May. So thank you very much for sticking around. If you haven't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button because we are going to be putting out more videos. Drop a like, drop a comment. That's about it. So until next time, guys. We'll see you later. Bye.